welcome to another booktube video from me, Lauren, from Lauren and the Books. I match my cushion. Welcome to a book haul. God, my glasses are filthy. It's been a while since I've done a book haul, so it's very exciting. I've obviously took June off, so I've got a few books that I have acquired over the month. One I bought myself, a gift, some stuff I bought from when I did the Independent Bookshop Week, Cosy Reader Night TBR, some stuff that I've been sent from the publishers, a cookbook. So I thought I would talk you through what I've got here. So we'll start with, well, this seems bonkers to me that I even did this, but we'll start with a book that I raced to Waterstones on the day that it came out to buy, and then I've just had it waiting to haul it and haven't read it, which is very, very cheeky of me. But now I've hauled it, I can start it, and I'm excited to start it because, like I said, it's a book that I rushed to Waterstones to buy on the day it came out, and it's the new Marion Keyes, called My Favourite Mistake. £3 off she got this from Waterstones, so normally £22, £19 it was. £19, that's such a lot for books, isn't it? Such a lot for books. I love Marion Keyes. I've really, I've had a massive turnaround with her, because her books used to be the sort of ones that I would poo-poo and be like, oh, who would read Marion Keyes books? Chick lit, no thanks. But she's so good. Oh, sadly, there isn't a list of all the books that she's ever done. So this is her 16th novel, but they haven't got a sort of thing at the front of the... One of my favourite is Rachel's Holiday. I also liked the follow-up from that. Again, Rachel. What was the one I read during lockdown that I really, really enjoyed? But yeah, Marion Keyes, she's just an absolute babe. She's a right laugh. I love her on social media. She's really into Strictly as well. And this is her new one. And this is, I believe, in the sort of same... it's the Walsh sisters sort of realm. So there's some of her books follow a set of sisters called the Walsh sisters. Rachel is one of, aforementioned, is one of those sisters, and I believe this follows Anna. So let's have a look. Anna has just lost her taste for the Big Apple. She has a life to envy, an apartment in New York, a too well-meaning partner, and a high-flying job in beauty PR. Who wouldn't want all that? Anna, it turns out. Trading a minor midlife crisis for a major life event, she switches the skyscrapers of Manhattan for the tiny Irish town of Malm Tully, population 1,271, already I'm into this, helping old friends Bridget and Colm set up a luxury coastal retreat. Love it. I bet she's really good at it too. Tougher than it sounds. Newsflash, the locals hate the idea so much there have been threats and violence. Anna, however, worked in the beauty industry. There's no ugliness she hasn't seen, no wrinkles she can't smooth over. There's just, I thought there was a man missing out of this. There's just one fly in the ointment, old flame Joey Armstrong. He's going to be a wingman. Never mind their checkered history, never mind what might have been, because no matter how far you go, your mistakes will still be waiting for you. Excited to start this, guys. This is going on the old TBR. His gaze moved over my face, is the first line. Yeah, just great, just absolutely great. Then let's go with some proofs. So, further exciting, although let's see how exciting. I've got the proof of the new Janice Hallett book, which is called The Examiner. Isn't out until August 2024. Now, I loved The Appeal. I absolutely loved it. It was one of the best books I read that year that I read it. I remember it was just so perfect because I bought it for 50p off of the charity desk at lunchtime because I'd forgotten my book and at work, and I bought it, took it back to my office, read it for 20 minutes on my lunch, and then I was like, oh my God, I need to carry on reading this. Finished work, went home, read it non-stop, and then finished it off the next day, which is just perfect. Loved The Appeal, but didn't love, well, the Christmas Appeal was fine, but I did not like The Mysterious Case of the Alperton Angels. In fact, I didn't even finish that. And the Twyford Code, I listened to an audiobook and I just didn't get on with at all. But let's hope that I'm gonna love this. It says here on the back, 6 students, 1 murder, your time starts now. And it's set up in the same way that the other novels are done, so in like emails and notes and interviews and stuff. So I love all that, but let's have a look. It's quite a long blurb, so let's settle in. The students of Royal Hastings University's new multimedia art course have been trouble from day one. Acclaimed artist Alison wants the department to revolve around her. Ludger struggles to balance her family and the workload. Jonathan has management experience but zero talent for art. Lovely Patrick can barely operate his mobile phone, let alone professionally designed software. Meanwhile, blustering Cameron tries to juggle the course with his job in the city and neither does very well. Then there's Jem, a gifted young sculptor. She's a promising student, but cross her at your peril. The year-long course is blighted by accusations of theft, students setting fire to one another's artwork, a rumoured extramarital affair and a disastrous road trip. But finally they're given their last assignment, to build an interactive art installation for a local manufacturer. With 6 students who have nothing in common except clashing personal agendas, what could possibly go wrong? The answer is murder. When the external examiner arrives to assess the students' essays and coursework, he becomes convinced that a student was killed on the course and that the others covered it up. But is he right? And if so, who is dead? Why were they killed? And who is the murderer? Only a close examination of the evidence will reveal the truth. Your time starts now. I mean, it sounds great. But yeah, let's just hope I love it as much as I love the appeal. I mean, it starts with a calendar. Royal Hastings academic year with like lots of different things on it. Dear reader, I need to oversee the final grades for a master's degree at a prestigious university. There we go. Then I've got a few, then I've got this one also that I did ask for. So they, the publishers emailed me and said, would I like a copy of this? And I said, yes. It's 100 happy poems. And yeah, it's an advanced copy. It came out in May. And you get a lovely little bookmark with it. And it's 100 happy poems, which are edited by Jane McMorland Hunter. Which is lovely. Let's have a look at the first one. Invitation to Love by Paul Lawrence Dunbar. Lovely. So yeah, it's a very sort of happy looking yellow book with lots of different happy poems in. One by Emily Bronte called How Still, How Happy. Lovely. So yeah, I'll have a lovely time flicking through this. Nice. The Source of Joy by Rumi. There we go, lovely, lovely. Then I've got 2 that were sent to me by the publisher that I did not ask for, but we'll see what's going on with them. So this one is out this month, July 2024. This is The Virtue Season by L.M. Nathan, and the tagline is, are you ready for dystopian Bridgerton? Am I? Maybe. Debutante. Your attendance is demanded at the first ball of the Virtue Season. The commencement ball will be hosted by Penn Vale and will take place on the night of the vernal moon. Debutantes may dance and converse freely. The council will always consider statements of preference where lines are pure. All debutantes must, you can't say debutante, must report in county colours with their family emblem clearly displayed. The council is watching. Actually, I do feel quite into that. Oh, it says here, Bridgerton meets the Hunger Games with shades of The Handmaid's Tale, as romantic as it is sinister and completely unputdownable. Let's go for the first line. Prologue, The Virtue Season. 84 full moons and it will be our turn, Agatha tells me as her breath fogs the lattice glass window of Penn House. Interesting. Then I've got Officially Losing It by Rebecca Anderson. This came at a strange time because it came at the day when I was embroidering some cherries onto a t-shirt and I thought, oh, hello. When Rose decides to sleep with her gorgeous long-term boyfriend, Joel, for the first time, they can't make it happen. The problem is she's already told best friend she's done it, and worse still, her relationship with Joel starts to crack under the pressure. But it turns out that first-time sex is not always straightforward for others either, and Rose soon's become the accidental confidant of cringe. Could it be that bodies and relationships are as strange and unique as we are, and maybe the thing Rose really needs to lose is shame? Suitable for readers aged 16 plus. It's about first-time sex. Sex education did not prepare Rose for this. This is interesting because my sex education was absolutely terrible at school, so I wonder if it's improved. 1. Turns out it's really hard to focus on Macbeth when your flaps are on fire. Flaps! There we go. Then I've got a book that was gifted to me by one of my friends. My friend Laurel bought me the Jane Austen Escape Room book, which says Pride and Prejudice and Puzzles, which is very exciting. I've never seen anything like this before, and it's a unique game experience, an escape room in the world of Jane Austen. So I think you act as Miss Bennet. Yeah, dear readers, the escape room book that you're holding in your hands might be a little different from anything you've seen before. The story of our main character, Elizabeth Bennet, doesn't take place in a closed room for which she has to escape. Instead, the young woman's task is to defy society's deep-rooted prejudices and flee its expectations, despite the occurrence of a scandalous incident, which she will be able to win back the heart of the noble and wealthy gentleman, Mr. Darcy, or will this delicate situation result in her utter ruin? Find out here. Join us in England in the early 19th century, where our story begins in a stagecoach in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, that's exciting, isn't it? So I'm looking forward to maybe taking an afternoon and doing that. I'm really, really looking forward to that. Then I've got a cookbook, as I mentioned. I've got Cooking with a Veg Box by, this is a Riverford companion. Oh, you can buy this. I wondered if you could buy this. So I've just signed up to Riverford. It hasn't arrived yet. It's coming tomorrow. I'm filming this on Monday. It's coming tomorrow. But Riverford is a veg box where you get veg delivered, fruit and veg, but I've just gone for veg, delivered to your home. It's £15.45 for a small box, which will feed sort of 1 to 2 people. I've gone for the every other week option, and we're just going to use it to sort of top up what we already have. You get seasonal stuff, and the difference between this veg box and the one I've had before, so I had a much more local one, was that you didn't get to sort of select the stuff that was in there. This one, you don't get, it's not like you're going shopping, but you get to pick between like a series of boxes, which one might suit your needs that week best. So I think tomorrow we've got coming 1 aubergine, which I'll eat. David doesn't like aubergines. Tomatoes, spinach, mushrooms, new potatoes, courgettes, and then there was one other thing. There were 6 things. But yeah, that's coming tomorrow. But the reason I signed up to that when I was at the Kent County show, there's a vlog of me at the Kent County show, I'll link it down below. And the offer they were doing was that if you signed up that day, you would get this free cookbook, which not only is a cookbook, but it also sort of like talks you through all that. I've just remembered the other thing I've got. Summer turnips are coming, but it talks you through all of the stuff you've got coming. So for example, I've got tomatoes coming this week. So I would go to the tomato section, right at the back, which are in season July to October, which is why I'm getting them now. And it tells you all about how you might store them, how you might prep them, eating tomatoes raw, more ideas for raw tomato, and then it's got like, oh, there's loads of stuff in here actually. Slow roasting them, how to make tomato sauce, and then it's got a series of recipes. Tomato and tarragon salad with tapenade toast. She's eating that. Shakshuka. Me and David have just had a long conversation about shakshuka. Deviled tomatoes. Tomato and courgette pasta bowl. So it's just got some ideas of what to do. Tomato and Gruyere galette. And then if you've got something a little bit more, I'm not quite sure what to do with it. So for example, spring greens, you can go to that chapter and get some recipes. So yeah, like I said, I've got summer turnips coming this week. Don't really know what to do with them, but I think I'm gonna maybe put them in a stew or treat them a little bit like you might do kohlrabi or celeriac. So yeah, so I just thought that was a great sort of like incentive for me to get that. As I said, it hasn't arrived yet, but if that's something you might be interested in, then I do have an affiliate link. I think you get 15%, so if you get £15 off your first box. So if you were planning on getting a small box like I did, I think your first box will cost you 45p. So yeah, might be worth it, but that's down below. I don't think you'll get the book. That was just like a thing that happened at the Kent County show. But yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. I'm looking forward to it because, I mean, we eat quite well in terms of veg anyway, but I feel like you could always do better. And I think even if these things end up being, so like the aubergine, for example, even if that ends up getting chopped up and put in extra as a curry, then I'll be pleased because I'm still eating more veg. So yeah, I just need to, for it not to get out of hand like I did when I had the other veg box and I got it every other week, and there was so much veg and I didn't know what to do with it all, and it was, there'd be like so much tender stem broccoli, or so, it just got out of hand, but hopefully this will not, but I will let you know. So that's that. And then I've just got the 5 books that I got, just to mention them briefly, because there's a vlog where I go to the Folkestone Bookshop and buy these, so I will link that vlog down below. But just to say, I've also got my hands on Barbie, the script, which I'm very excited about. Look at that front cover, amazing. So this has got sort of like a little bit of extra, so it's got the Barbie scripts in there as well, but also sort of like extra little bits in terms of like little drawings and some little like pre-words and introductions from Greta Gerwig and stuff like that, and some stills from the film afterwards. And I love the film so much, so I'm looking forward to indulging in that. And then I also got Your Driver is Rating by Priya Guns. This was a book club book at the Faversham Folkestone bookstore, and this is about Damani, who is, let's have a look. Damani is tired. Every day she cares for her mum, drives taxis to pay the bills, and is angry at a world that promised her more before spitting her out. The city is alive with protests fighting for people like her, but Damani can barely afford literally to pay attention. So there is more. And then I also got Pizza Girl by Jean Kyung Fraser. It's because it's called Pizza. 18 years old, pregnant and working as a pizza delivery girl, our dysfunctional heroine is deeply lost and in complete denial about it all. And then I've got 2 more which I've actually finished, so I'll be talking about these in my wrap up for this month. That's Sugar Baby by Celine St. Clair. Really enjoyed this. Really enjoyed this. Would be a great beach read. And Roaming by Gillian and Mariko Tamaki. Did not enjoy that as much. So there we go. Those are the books that I've got my mitts on this month in July. Let me know if any of these sound exciting to you. Let me know if you've read any of them. Let me know what books you've got your hands on in June and July. And I'll see you all again soon for another BookTube video. Itchy nose. Goodbye!